So good day. For today's discussion, I will discuss the Tourism Act of 2009, Republic Act 9593. Republic Act 9593 was approved by the President on May 12, 2009 and was published in the Official Gazette on July 13, 2009. It was approved by Congress as Senate Bill 2213, House Bill 5229, entitled An Act Declaring a National Policy for Tourism as an Engine of Investment, Employment Growth, and National Development and Strengthening the DOT. Its attached agency to effectively implement that policy. The IRR was signed on November 10, 2009 and published on November 12, 2009. In this slide, it was a policy dedicated for tourism, being the drive to gain investment, increase employment rate, developing the agency that was controlling it, which is the Department of Tourism. Department of Tourism is the agency responsible in implementing policy for the development of the tourism industry. The declared policy, tourism is an indispensable element of the national economy and an industry of national interest and importance, harnessed as an engine of socio-economic growth or cultural affirmation, to generate investment, foreign exchange, employment, and to mold national pride. From this slide, the declared policy is on tourism is an essential element for one nation. It was utilized as an engine for growing the economy and declaring the importance of our culture. It is also a way to make investment from local and foreign countries, change employment status of many people, and to uplift the nationalism spirit of many Filipinos. The Department of Tourism. Primary planning, programming, coordinating, and implementing regulatory agency in the development and promotion of the tourism industry. So, ang Department of Tourism daw is the one responsible for promotion, planning, and conducting programs necessary for the improvement of tourism industry. It also makes a way to attract tourists, especially the foreigners. The that structure is, first is the department proper, secretary, under secretary, and assistant secretary. The next one is Office of Product Development, Office of Tourism Development, Planning, Research, and Information Management, Office of Industry, Manpower Development, Office of Tourism Standards and Regulation, Office of the Tourism Coordination, and the last one is Office of Tourism Revenue Resource Generation. Regional offices, foreign offices, Office of the Special Concern, Financial and Management Service, and Administrative Affairs Service, Legal Affairs Service, Internal Audit Service, and Legislative Liaison Unit. The attached agency, PTA, is reorganized into Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority or TIEZA, while the PCVC is now the Tourism Promotions Board. Duty-Free Philippines Corporation, Intramuros Administration, National Parks Development Committee, Philippine Retirement Authority, Philippine Commission on Sports Scuba Diving. The attached agency is previously called Philippine Tourism Authority that has been changed on TIEZA, while the Philippine Convention and Visitors Corporation has been restructured and now called the Tourism Promotions Board. Tourism Promotions Board. To formulate and implement an integrated domestic and international promotions and marketing program, market the Philippines as the major convention destination, ensure regular advertisement abroad. Ang Tourism Promotions Board daw, it exists to market and promote the Philippines domestically and internationally. Plans and decides to advertise the beauty of the Philippines, not only here but outside the country. The Board of Directors, Department of Tourism Secretary Chairperson, TPB COO Vice Chair, TIEZA COO, DFA Secretary, DTI Secretary, DOTC Secretary. The 5 representative directors appointed by the President upon recommendation of the Tourism Congress from the following sectors: accommodation, travel services, land or area or sea transport services, conventions and exhibition services, earnings from promotion trust fund, national government appropriation not less than 500 M for at least 5 years, 70% of the 50% income of the DFPC, at least 25% of the 50% share of the NG in PAGCOR remittance, at least 25% of the NG share in the remittance from airport or seaports, and then special contingency fund, 10% of the allocation from promotion shall be set aside for emergency. The first one is through their earnings from trust fund, keepers of assets to avoid wasteful use. And then second, from national budget allocation, which is given annually. The third one is DFPC, means Duty Free Philippines Corporation. 50% of its income will be allocated again, and the 70% from that, half will be the fund of TPB. The fourth one is PAGCOR, or Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation. Half of the 50% share of non-go-out remittance. The fifth one is the 25% of the NG remittance from airports and seaports. Then, sixth is from the World Contingency Fund. It was a money reserved to address the unforeseen financial circumstances in a business. The 10% from its fund shall be for emergencies. Then promotions and marketing shall have not less than 50% of the fund, and not more than 10% shall be used for administrative and operating expenses. The unallocated portion shall be used for TEZ development, Department of Tourism programs for development, planning, heritage preservation, infrastructure development, manpower training. So the promotions and marketing shall have not less than 50% of the funds because it has the largest role in growing the tourism industry. Then the 10% shall be allocated for administrative and operating expenses like the rent, the utilities, the insurance, the legal counsel of accounting, and staff salaries. Then the remaining portion shall be for Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority development. The other is for conducting program to plan the tourism development, preservation of cultural heritage, and developing infrastructure, and also for the training of its manpower. The Tourism Infrastructure and Enterprise Zone Authority. The TIEZA is a corporate body to regulate the supervised TEZs as well as the development, manage, and supervise tourism infrastructure projects in the country. The Board of Directors, the DOT Secretary Chair, the TIEZA COO Vice Chair, the TPBA COO, the TPWH Secretary, the DENR Secretary, and the DALG Secretary. Then, 5 representatives to be appointed by the President upon recommendation of the Tourism Congress from the following groups. So, ang TIEZA daw ay shall be appointed 5 representative by the President or dapat nire-recommend ng Tourism Congress. And then, yung 5 yon ay magmumula sa grupong ito from Tourism Estate Development and Management Services, Accommodation Enterprises, Sea and Land Transportation Services, Travel, and for enterprises, and then others. For TIEZA, authorized capital 250 million, fully subscribed by the government, funding 50% of the proceeds of travel taxes, reasonable share from the collection of the Office of Resource Generation, income from TIEZA projects, subsidies or grants, at least 5% of the travel tax collection, and the TIEZA share shall be earmarked for historic, cultural, religious, and heritage sites and prime tourist destination. So, ang pondo daw ng TIEZA ay magmumula sa kinita ng mga agency sa travel, tayo yung mga bayad ng mga Pilipino na bumabiyahe abroad to visit international attractions. Kalahati lang sa travel tax, ang travel tax proceeds ang mapupunta sa TIEZA. And then, yung share mula sa kinita ng Office of Resource Generation, yung kinita mula sa proyekto na inilunsad ng TIEZA, yung mga tulong at suporta mula sa mga sponsor, and then yung 5% na kinita from travel tax ay ilalagay for the preservation and pagpapaganda ng pinakikilalang tourist destination sa ating bansa. Incentives. TIEZA shall have sole and exclusive jurisdiction to grant incentives to TEZ locators. The fiscal incentives is the income tax holiday for 6 years, gross income taxation of 5%, the capital investment and equipment 100% of all taxes and customs duties, importation of transportation and spare parts for new and expanding registered enterprises, information and goods actually consumed, and then tax deduction not more than 50% of the cost of environmental protection or cultural heritage preservation activities. So, ang TIEZA daw have a responsibility of grant incentives to its locators. Incentives are the payments given to employees as the additional payments to stimulate greater output. Then, madalas tinatawag siyang bonus, pero hindi lahat ay bonus. It can be several ways like for financial incentives, for income tax, gross income tax, capital investment and equipment, importation for transpo and equipment, and then importation of consumed goods, and then last one is the tax deduction. Then, the non-fiscal incentives, the employment of foreign nationals, special investors, resident visa, the foreign currency transactions, the non-requisitions of investment, the long-term list. So, ang non-fiscal incentives naman is benefits not exchangeable with money like the following. Duty-Free Philippines Corporation, a corporate body to operate duty-free merchandising in the Philippines and shall have all the general powers of a corporation. The Board of Directors, the Directors, the Department of Tourism Secretary Chair, the COO of the DFPC Vice Chair, DOF Secretary, DTI Secretary. Three representatives director to be appointed by the President upon recommendation of the Tourism Congress. Authorized capital is 500 million and then exempt from the duties and taxes including excise taxes and VAT, local taxes and fees imposed by LGU's corporate income tax. So, ang duty-free Philippines corporations ay they were the only authorized corporation to maintain duty and tax-free stores at all-out international airports and seaports or hotel, resorts, and trading centers. Kilala nating lahat itong duty-free kasi dito bumibili ng mga pasalubong ang mga kilala nating galing sa ibang bansa. Areas with overlapping jurisdiction. All existing tourism areas under general or special law shall be organized into tourism enterprise zones. Control may be delegated to LGU any other agency under Department of Tourism supervision. Lahat ng tourism area na may sinusunod na batas, hindi lang sa Tourism Act ay dapat naka-assign sa LGU na nasa ilalim pa din ng pamahalaang Department of Tourism. Other features, increased tourist access, development of intermodal international and domestic land, sea, and air access system. The Department of Tourism Secretary shall be ex officio Vice Chairperson of the CAB, ex officio Vice Chairperson of all boards of international airport, may appoint a representative to the Board of Seaport Authorities, and the Secretary shall be member of the CAAP. The Tourism Infrastructure and Development Program. DOT shall coordinate with the DPWH and DOTC in the establishment of a tourism infrastructure program which will enjoy priority funding. DOT, DILG, and LGUs shall integrate, coordinate, local and national tourism plans and choose priority areas for assistance and promotion. The DOT, TPB, TIESA to prioritize promotion and assistance to LGUs adopting tourism development plans. LGUs shall prepare local tourism development plans, land use infrastructure development, and national standards for tourism enterprises. So, ang Department of Tourism daw ay dapat makipag-ugnayan sa TPWH and DOTC sa pagsasagawa ng mga building for tourism improvement, lalo na at sila ang first priority ng pondo. So, kailangan din makipag-ugnayan sa DILG and LGU for promotions and assistance. And then, the Department of Tourism with the TPB and TIESA shall also prioritize promotion and assistance to LGUs for development plans. The LGU shall also prepare plans for land use and infrastructure developments and national standards for tourism enterprises. Then accreditation. Department of Tourism shall prescribe and regulate standards for the operation of tourism businesses. Primary tourism enterprises shall be required to periodically obtain accreditation. Accreditation for secondary tourism enterprises shall be voluntary. So the accreditation, it is to grant recognition for the provement that they meet a general standard of quality. The Department of Tourism shall have this prescribed accreditation and shall be periodically acquired. Then the accreditation for secondary tourism enterprise shall be voluntary. The Local Tourism Development Plan and Tourism Officers. The LGU shall prepare local tourism development plans, land use infrastructure development, and standard for tourism enterprises. Then, every province, city, or municipality which has a significant tourism industry shall have a permanent position for a tourism officer and must have also established a tourist information and assistance center. May handa dapat ang LGU na plans for the land use and standards for tourism enterprises. Yung mga probinsya, city o bayan na may magandang status ng turismo ay dapat may assigned na permanent officer for tourism at may sariling office for tourist into tourist info and assistance para madaling ma-disseminate ng info about tourism industry. The Tourism Coordinating Council. To prepare a 5-year strategic plan to develop and enhance the culture of tourism, approve an annual infrastructure development plan to promote access to airports and seaports, the TEZS and destinations, and this is an interagency council consisting of Department of Tourism Family, DPWH, DOTC, DFA, DENR, DILG, DOLE, DepEd, PNP, BINH, INCCC, PAGCOR, LGU Leagues, representative from the Tourism Congress, accredited NGO, RPO engaged in ecotourism, and recognized IP. Regional Tourism Councils shall classify, evaluate tourism destination, sites, activities as guide for development or implementation of program. So the Tourism Coordinating Councils they are the one responsible in preparing a strategic plan that will enhance and develop the tourism industry and its culture. Sila din yung nag-a-approve ng plan regarding the promotion of access on seaports and airports, the TZN's destination. Then the Regional Tourism Council naman, they are the one doing the classification and evaluation of tourism destinations or sites to be the guide for the implementations of certain programs. The PNP to create a tourism security force within areas or high tourism traffic. The microfinance facilities are the government-owned and controlled banks, and GFIS shall provide microfinance for tourism SMEs. Joint Congressional Oversight Committee for a period of 10 years. The Secretary is required to submit monthly reports or statistic and a quarterly report or the implementation of the Act. So the PNP is assigned for security and peacekeeping of the tourism areas. And then the microfinance facilities naman is provides finance for small and medium entities. The Joint Congressional Oversight Committee naman is for the developing of period for 10 years. And then the secretary is they're required to have a monthly reports of statistics and report for quarter period for the implementation of the act. Functions of regional offices under the Tourism Act of 2009. Section 6, Powers and Functions. Monitors conditions of any community in the Philippines and in consultation with the LGUs and law enforcers. Issue timely advisories on the safety or viability of travel to particular places within the Philippines and on patronage of entities engaged in tourism-related activities and the tourism products. So, sila yung nag-observe ng condition ng mga komunidad with the assistance of LGU and prescribed law under it. Sila din yung naglalabas ng mga panukala na naglalayon sa kaligtasan ng mga turista. And then formulate and promulgate in consultation with the LGUs, the private sector, industries, and other tourism stakeholders, rules and regulations governing the operation and activities of all tourism enterprises, including but not limited to national standard for licensing, accreditation, and classification of tourism enterprises, prescribing their minimum levels of operating quality and efficiency for their operation in accordance with recognized international standards, impose reasonable penalties for violation of accreditation policies, and recommend of LGUs consider the suspension or prohibitions of operation of a tourism enterprise. And then, kailangan nila gumawa ng rules regarding the smooth operation of tourism enterprise. Then, hindi ito lumilimit sa standard for accreditation lang or sa lisensya ng establishment related sa turismo. Monitor the LGU's compliance to national standards in the licensing of tourism enterprises, receive and investigate complaints concerning these enterprises, and act on such complaints to properly implement the provisions of this act. So they should look for the LGU if they complied with the national standards, regulations, license, complaints, and how they will act with the provisions. And then, ensure proper coordination, integration, prioritization, and implementation of local tourism development plans with that of the national government. Dapat masigurado nila na ugnayan at kung paano nila pinaprioritize ang pagsasagawa ng plans for improvement with accordance with national government. Provide technical assistance to LGUs and destination development, standard setting, and regulatory enforcement. So they should also acquire technical assistance for LGU for the regulation and enforcement of those standards. Delegate of regional offices in coordination with LGU's specific powers and functions in the implementation of tourism policies, plans, and projects. So, they should assign to regional offices with the relationship of LGU's specific powers and functions for the tourism-specific projects. And then, collect necessary fees and charges for the proper implementation of tourism policies, plans, and projects. Dapat mangalap ng kaukulang bayad for the smooth preparation for tourism policies, plans, and projects. Section 17, the powers and functions. Implement laws, policies, plans, programs, rules, and regulation. Dapat magsagawa ng mga nararapat na batas, pulisya, at mga regulasyon. And then 2, coordinate with other line agencies. Makikipag-ugnayan sa ibang ahensya. And then, they should conduct research for tourism of local, yung sa research and data gathering on local tourism trends. 4, establish tourist information assistance centers with the LGUs. Dapat magtayo ng assistance centers with LGU that will spread information about tourism destination. Then, trainings, information campaign, and assist TPB in domestic promotions. Dapat they should have training campaigns for domestic promotions. Then, recommend to secretary, they should always recommend to secretary for the clearance. So that's all for my discussion. I hope you learned something, and thank you very much for listening.